Yeah,
All right, let's show you what's going on. And we start with the look outside and we put things into motion here. And you'll see the storm start to bubble up and curl over the top of the Sandia cam that we have here. And we are starting to see some of these storms gather to our north and out to our east as well. So we put things into motion here and get a little tighter into the metro, and you can see storms lined up now essentially along the I-25 corridor in through the west side of the East Mountains now too, along those west slopes. So we do have to watch the arroyos in a situation like this because you're lining up the storms along the arroyos and where they drain out of the Sandias. So please be careful. Let's not mess with this, but we need to watch these storms because we're seeing some heavy rain reported here just to the west of Placitas, and some gust fronts are coming out of these storms. See them? They're those thin lines that come right out right there, and they intersect other storms. Don't be surprised if Rio Rancho sees a pretty good blow up, and Los Ranchos especially sees a pretty good blow up as these gust fronts hit some of these storms approaching down from the north. Definitely something to keep an eye on. Meanwhile, up across the northern mountains, some lighter rain showers, some heavier stuff around areas like Wagon Mound towards Springer and Las Vegas at this hour as well. And across west central sections, still picking up some storms here and up around northern portions of the Gila, grabbing some storms as well. So a pretty active day in many areas. 84 degrees in the metro, but those gust fronts blasting toward the metro have cranked up the winds. Out of the east at 25, gusting to 36 miles an hour. With the storms in the area, no real surprise we're cranking up the winds like this. 70s, 80s, and 90s for the north. Down to the south, 80s and 90s. Pretty warm across most of southern New Mexico, and you can see a cutoff in the storms. The southeastern half of the state is very quiet weather-wise. Meanwhile, central sections, northern mountains, and southwest all seeing a decent thunderstorm crop for today, and that's pretty much the pattern that we're going to end up with for tomorrow as well. Slow-moving storms forming northeast to southwest, and that's the best shot to get the rain in across the area here. And then it looks like late in the work week and into the weekend, we could start to open the door again for more moisture to track up from the south. And then by late in the weekend and into next week, a weather disturbance over the top of this could really expand the storms across the area and help us to get off to a good start, or continue with our good start with the monsoon flow pattern. So as far as what goes on tomorrow, again, the crop of storms over the northern mountains, central sections will have a chance here in the metro and into the southwest. So not unlike what we're getting for today, but notice the expansion a little bit as we get into Thursday. You'll see the storms expand over the northern mountains down into east central sections and across the southwest once again. So a nice setup here, maybe not quite like last week as far as overall coverage of storms, but the storms we're seeing are definitely pretty good rainmakers. 89 in Durango tomorrow, 87 Pagosa Springs. You guys aren't going to see as much action tomorrow as you will later on in the work week and into the weekend. 90 in Grants, 98 in Farmington, 91 in Gallup. Temperatures start to come down Friday and Saturday with a better chance at showers. Southwest, good shot at least scattered storms again over the next couple of days with temperatures in the 80s and 90s. Over to the southeast, partly sunny with isolated storms here. Pretty warm temperatures as well, touching 100 degrees by Saturday. Out to the northeast, temperatures here going to be in the 80s and 90s. Good chance at scattered storms. Northern mountains, another good crop storms for tomorrow. We saw them outside Santa Fe today, but not much right in town. Meanwhile, East Mountains, temperatures in the low 90s. Mountain thunderstorms look like a decent bet, and here into the metro area, low 90s as well, with scattered thunderstorms out there. And your extended Albuquerque forecast, low 90s next couple of days. Might see a little bit of a back off and a couple showers Friday and Saturday, but even that doesn't look too bad. And then Sunday and Monday, it could get very interesting again.
All right, thank you, Mark.